And I welcome you all to the Friday Life Factory of July 2022. We at Iraqi Innovators are on a mission to increase women's involvement in the tech sector, upskill job seekers, and change the international narrative about Iraq. So if you are here watching this session, you are now contributing to our mission, and we are extremely delighted to have each one of you. For those who are new here, FLF is a monthly live chat with industry experts about funding, tech, and entrepreneurship scene in Iraq. We discuss key problems and possible solutions with our guests about a topic and open to the audience to ask questions in the last 10 minutes of the chat. So make sure to post your questions in the comment and we will get them answered. We dedicate today's live to the women of Iraq and hope to educate the audience on the opportunities women in business in Iraq have. The journey of our guest, Leila, as a founder of BonLili, what made her start BonLili, and what could be a few possible solutions to the challenges faced by women. Welcome, Leila. It's a pleasure to have you today.
Hello, Anwar. Thank you. Thank you for Iraqi innovators for having me in this session.
That is great to have you. It's our pleasure to host you here on our channel. How are you doing today, Leila?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Anwar. Thank you.
That is great. So, Leila, as to start this live session, please tell us a little about yourself.
Hello everyone. I'm Leila, founder and CEO of BonLili mobile application, which is an online beauty and fashion app in Iraq to provide the best trendy brands with best pricing and easy shop to edit for women with fast delivery to Iraq. I have background in telecom and I hold a master degree in information technology management. Uh, I would like to talk more about BonLili because BonLili is Leila, Leila is BonLili. BonLili is founded by two tech marketing female entrepreneurs in 2021. The story of launching an idea of the launching BonLili is back to end of 2020 after that drastic change behavior that happened in the market after COVID. I was working in the telecom company with a very good environment, but I was a researcher and I was a marketer and researcher, and I was thinking, how can I have my business to set up a new business? I shared the idea with my best friend Zainab Jaf, that she has background in IT marketing and she was obsessed with the fashion. Actually, that way she was a good candidate for to be my partner. So we started with the research, analyzing market, competitors, and customer demand, and we shared our requirement with one of the leading software companies in the market, and we could launch BonLili in June 2021.
That is great. I salute you for having the courage to start your own business, especially in Iraq, as it is a very challenging environment for women to do business in Iraq. And so, as to dive deeper in the topic, I and the audience would like to know what made you start your own business.
It started actually with that popular question that we know about it. What would you like to be in 5 years? As I mentioned, I was head of few field in telecom, and I was asking myself, okay, Leila, do you want to be in same field where you want to be in next 5 years? And I felt that I stuck in the comfort zone, and if I want to change my career, if I want to see a positive change in my life, I have to uh, came out from this comfort zone. And if somebody asked me that what was the hardest step that you took in your journey, I would say leaving a company that I was working there for 15 years. So it was a very hard decision for me, but I felt, especially after getting my degree, I felt that okay, I can do it. I have a skills. I have experience. So just I have to avoid from the failure, then the fearing failure, and I came out from my comfort zone. And I was reading book, and I found out that successful entrepreneurs around the world, they are not genius. They are just normal people. That what you was unique in them was consistency and planning and the passion that they had about their business. So we started BonLili with a passion, actually, and we would like to have a business. It's close to our experience, and uh, do what we like to do. This is very important, and we love what we are doing. And actually, we call it cross-functional business because it's a combination of IT, marketing, and e-commerce. So the first what made me actually, just to brief and summarize, that it was leaving my comfort zone and the change and the place that I want to see myself in next 5 years.
This is great. So, for the viewers here, you have to know that leaving the comfort zone is a very difficult decision to make, especially that Leila used to pick to work at a big telecommunication company. However, with passion, she has decided to start her own business. And what made her successful is planning and consistency. So, in terms of starting a business in Iraq, how do you feel about the business environment in Iraq as a businesswoman?
Actually, it's getting better. If we compare it with the last 5 years, I feel optimistic because I remember last year we participated, let's say, in high techs. We couldn't find any woman, see any women entrepreneurs, but hopefully this year we could see a few of the strong leaders, in this technology field, and this is very inspiring. But we need more. We need more because let's say in Erbil there are very few. In Suli, I can see more a woman as a leader in the business sector, and in Duhok and the other governor, we need to increase our ladies, to make them to believe in their abilities and just came out from their comfort zone and start their business. But we are very optimistic, and we can see that the number of the leaders in this sectors, the business sectors, women leaders are increasing.
Coming from you as a founder and CEO in Iraq, these are happy and optimistic news that we are hearing that the business environment in Iraq is improving and that entrepreneurs increase at yearly. So, when it comes back to doing business, especially for women and the environment in Iraq, what do you think that needs to change so that women can feel supported and succeed in becoming entrepreneurs?
Our women, a lot of our women struggle with confidence, and they need help with understanding their skills, their value, and what they bring to business and organization. And most of our women tend to underestimate their capabilities, and so they need to have a lot of support to gain the confidence and understanding the value that they poses. So if we want to support women to start their own business or encourage them, first of all, we have to show them the support. And it can start from the families, from husband, from brother, from sisters, from mothers. It starts from showing the support and make them to believe in their capabilities and the positive impact that they can make. And the second, if we come to organizations and let's say to government or other organization, we can say that the creation of Women Enterprise Academy is very important because it can provide development support and help the talented female entrepreneurs to scale their business more effectively. And the development of the new digital platform that actually I'm thinking about it, to make one, to create one. that can provide women entrepreneurs better access to relevant role models. It's very important. Relevant role models, support group, business mentors with a wider network of assistants. If I can make them to hear the success stories of other women leaders or other entrepreneurs in the market, to normalize the challenge that they face, because most of us, we do not take the step to entrepreneurship because we are afraid of failure, we are afraid of challenge. But if in that platforms or in this digital platform, as Iraqi innovator actually, it's one of them, to normalize this challenge, I can inspire them, I can encourage them, I can tell them that this challenge is for everyone. It's very normal to have failure, it's very normal to be afraid. And the second one that I would like personally to say that in our leading organization across every sector, to be committed to identifying and championing women mentors, to inspire future generation of our female leaders. If I highlight the role of an employee in my organization as a woman and the value that they added to the organization, if I highlight successful women entrepreneurs in the market and give them opportunity to in events, to have a speech to inspire our new generation, because I was been in some event and they are full of question, the new generation, they are confused, they have ideas, they don't know where should they start. If we have this event directly after their graduation, to show, okay, if you have idea here, you should go, you can have access here, you can go to this platform, you can go to this incubators. So we need to highlight people, the mentors, to inspire new generation, and better access to capital. Still I can see that inequality when it comes to providing women with financing to start and grow their business. If we have these steps, I can say that it could have a great impact to encourage our women and increase our women leaders in next 5 years.
That is great to hear. These words from you, they are very inspiring and they will play a major part in creating new entrepreneurs coming from your own experience in starting your own business. So, because all of us come from different experiences and certain paths that shape us, my next question is, what sort of knowledge or experience paved the way for you to be successful in starting and growing BonLili?
I think it was my experience and knowledge in IT and marketing, because I have worked with leaders, market leaders, with C levels, and I learned from each one a point. I can even mention some of names. I work with Ahmed Diwan, that he's CCO. I work with Ustaz Sarmad, which is CMO. I work with a lot of leaders, in terms of technology and marketing, and I learned a lot of things from them, and I'm applying them, I and this knowledge and this combination of IT marketing actually for me was very helpful, because as I mentioned, the business that we have, it's m-commerce. Let's say it's a combination, it's a cross function of IT marketing and technology. So I felt that this experience that I have in during these 15 years, how to work under stress and pressure, because I work in IT field with the stress. I work with the marketing with a short deadline. So this experience could be very supportive to manage BonLili, and to guide me, to guide me where should I go and how to work on how to make a stressful decision.
As you have earned from Leila, having the right people around you plays an important part in your own journey, and they can give great support to you. So, as for the next question, tell us about tell us a story about your startup that you will never forget?
We have a lot of stories, you know. We were very excited that as a woman we are starting a business that we don't have any, without getting any support financially and technically, actually. And I can tell you a funny story. We were looking for to outsource one of our operational fields, and we were looking for to find a relevant and reliable company to outsource this field. And I remember with my partner, we went to the owner of the company, and we introduced ourselves and we said we want to outsource this field. What are your conditions? He was very serious, with a very serious look, and he asked us, uh, ask your manager to come. I said, okay, we are the owner of the company. And he said, who is behind you? I just turned back, what do you mean, who is behind you? He said, who is supporting you? With my partner, we had just, with a shocked face, we just looked at him, what do you mean that who is supporting you? We don't receive any support from anyone. He said, no, you are a woman. Definitely, there is a man that is managing you, you know. But at the end, we could convince him that, okay, we are women and this field can be managed by the woman and we are the owners. At the end of conversation, he asked us to, you know, because he was the owner of the big company, and he asked us, okay, can you recommend me how I can find a strong female in management as you? If you know someone, please recommend it. But it was nice. Actually, for me, it was nice experience because we felt that we are strong. But the thing that I didn't like, still, what they want to mention that a woman is strong. They as a compliment, they give this compliment. Oh, you act like a man. You know, when one they want to give you a compliment that how much you are strong. They, oh,
Is
you
that
act like a man. We don't like this. Actually, I hope that they we can hear comments and compliment like this, that how a strong woman and how a strong business woman you are, and do not attach us our behavior, you know, our characteristic to a man, actually.
That is a great story to hear, and it tells a lot about the business, the environment of business in Iraq that many women have to deal with. But you, as a woman who have dealt with this environment and you had paved your way through to success, what is your advice to other women who want to start a business?
Actually, not to only women, even for men, we can say, because most of the obstacles that we have in Iraq, some of them can be common for men, female and male entrepreneurs. First of all, we have to, I say we have to because as a woman, we are a community. We have to believe in ourselves before anyone else will. If we don't believe in ourselves, always I ask myself, if I don't believe in myself, who will? So if I believe in myself, if I believe in my skills qualification, I will feel more confident. And when we feel more confident, it make people to trust you easier and to follow you faster. So the first thing, that trust in your abilities and believe in your capabilities. And the second one, I can say, visualize your goal. You know, don't jump to the business just with an idea. I have an idea. I want to be a businesswoman. I have a great idea. You have to study your idea. Study and make it very clear. Study like this and start your planning. Conduct some research, where will you need the finance. Even you should have some secure finance for your first 6 months, you know, because if you are entrepreneurs, you should think like this, that you have to have your saving, how to survive in first 6 months. to make profit, and then asking and looking for fund and grants and investor. So you should have uh, enough fund, enough financial for first 6 months, and visualize your goal very clearly. You cannot say, okay, I want to become a successful entrepreneur. No, it should be very clear and tangible and realistic. We should define it like this: I will become a successful entrepreneur by starting business that solve a problem of a specific niche for my audience. And the third one that always, every day actually, I repeat to myself: don't be afraid to fail. Because by fearing failure, women often do not lead to entrepreneurship. And if we should remember that famous and successful entrepreneurs like, let's say, Oprah Winfrey, Coco Chanel, even Zaha Hadid, that's from Iraq. If they allowed failure to hold them back, definitely entire our work would be entirely different place. So we should think like this: that failure is very normal, is very natural, but overcoming fear and failures is power. And we should not fear, with some of us we think, okay, I have skills, I have knowledge, I don't need to ask help from anybody else. Personally, I don't do that. I listen to people. I listen to people that they are expert in this field. Maybe you are expert in technology. Maybe you are expert in marketing. But you have to listen to the people that work in this market. So do not be afraid to ask questions. And every day I repeat this to myself when I'm under stress, when we are overloaded, when we don't know how to, we are confused, or sometimes we are lost. I want to tell you a story. In my ex job, in my farewell party, one of my great friend and colleague, he came to me and told me, Leila, okay, great, congrats that you are going to launch your business. But let me tell you, let me give you an advice, three important advices. And he just looked at me and said, don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. And you cannot imagine, every day I just remember this word, and I felt that I'm full of energy. We should think like this: okay, what if I could do that? What about this? What if God will and I could do that? So we should not allow that this fear stop us. And at the end, actually, we should remember this: no matter who you are, woman or man, there will be always obstacle to achieve success. That's true that as a woman, we are facing specific gender based hurdles, but that they are quite enough to make us disappoint and quit. But they are not insurmountable. We have to stay true to ourselves, and to our passion. Just believe in ourselves and go. Actually, just move forward and focus to spend energy and our time on our vision with the passion and love that we have for our business.
That is great. Thank you for the wise advice. And like Leila said from her friend, don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Because doing this work, diving into the deep world of business, takes a lot of courage, and courage will hold you along the way, no matter how challenging the environment can be. This was Leila. Her story is a story about courage, it's a story about consistency, and it's a story about smart conduct, that is planning to start your business. So now that you know more about Leila, drop your questions in the chat so Leila can answer it for you. And while our audience takes the time to have their questions asked, I would like to ask you a question myself.
Mhm.
How does it feel? You know, you are a founder, but you are, like many businesses, you are not the only sole founder. You have a partner. My question is, how does it feel to have a partner?
I can say having partner is one of the hardest decision that you make for your business, you know, because as one of our friends said, it's like a marriage decision. Because when you choose your partner, you should know that you both will be working long hour together. You should know that you both have to making a stressful decision, and you will have time. I mean, you have to spend time even more than family. So I think having a great partner is mandatory for your business. Let's say for my partner Zainab Khan, uh, we have some stressful times, and I feel disappointed. She motivates me, and we are even sometimes we argue together, and this is very normal. But at the end, we find to how to find the shortcut to the result together. And I believe when you decide to have a partner, when you choosing your partner, always we should remember that you can teach skills, but you cannot teach character. So the character comes before the skill and the tech that your partner is expert in. And so I'm very lucky to have her actually with me. And I believe that it's not about age. You can choose your partner from the young age, because young age youth people are full of creativity, are full of shortcuts, you know, because we people we with experience, we take things very standard, but when you brainstorm issues with them, they can mention some shortcuts, because maybe of the current tools, current social media tools, you are not aware of it. But when you have a great partner, you can have a great journey. Actually, you can love your business more.
I have an important question to you. Since you are now a role model, I would like to know throughout your journey who is or who was your role model.
You know, my first role model can be my parents, because they raised me in a very tough condition. I was born in Iran, and I never forget their effort that my mom and my dad, how to raise their kids, and they actually taught us how to think different in environment, in a tough environment. We were living in an environment that it was not normal to send their kids to school, you know. But my parents did their best, and I remember, oh, my mom always was saying, just focus on your study and do not think about anything else. It's my job to pay for your needs, but you should just focus on your study. So actually, my mom taught me how to think different in an environment that nobody think like you. And the other role model, I have a lot of role models. Some of them are my friend. Some of them are I can learn one point, one inspiring thing from each one, you know. That's why I choose my friend very carefully. I try to that my circle and to be small, but I should be surrounded by motivated people, peoples with goals. So I can say and even when I read the success stories from the other people, from the other entrepreneurs, I can see that they share their business with motivated people, with people with great goals. So I have a lot of, I can say that I have role models between my friends.
This is great to hear. It seems that we do not have questions from our audience. So, as before we end this live session, Miss Leila Majeed, thank you for being here with us today and sharing your experience as a businesswoman in Iraq, as that will help a lot of women in current generation and upcoming generations in starting their own journey of starting their own businesses. This was Anwar with you from Iraqi Innovators. Tune in every month on Friday and enjoy our conversations with industry experts like Leila. And before we end this, I would like to say one thing: don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Enjoy your
Thank,
day and goodbye.
thank you, Anwar. Thank you.